So I took some clippers and I cut the Oregon grape, just clip, 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 real small, right there into the water. I put that in there and I simmered those twig pieces for a while. And the medicine is in the yellow part, where the berberine and other medicine is in the inner bark part. So, but they're so thin, these branches of this particular species, we can just clip the little pieces because they're so thin. If you have the larger aquifolium Oregon grape, then maybe that thick, you could take a knife and shave off all of the outer bark, and that's what you want because inside it'll be yellow, and that's the part that you want. And we just kind of winged it here. We took a few of those twigs about as long as this pot, like maybe from here to here, and snipped them up, simmered it for about 15 minutes in this big pot, and also got about 6 or 7 red cedar fronds and just clipped them all in here after it boiled, and then we put a lid on it, and it's a red color, and it just smells heavenly, just really like cedar. And it's a great combination, and a lot of people call the red cedar Oregon grape like the Northwest Echinacea golden seal, meaning that it's real helpful if you feel like you have a cold coming on or why you have a cold. It's good for the immune system. So our stuff's all floated at the bottom. I can literally just take a ladle and pour it in the cups and enjoy a nice hot cup of tea. So back here with Oregon grape, and basically there are different species, but this particular one, just to keep it simple, I'm just going to cut one end here, right where the leaves are. Leave that there as compost, but you can also dry these and powder them and use it as a wound powder, those leaves right there. And then I'm just going to follow this branch, because all these branches are connected to other plants. Go down to where the dirt line is, snip it, and I'm going to take this branch back and start shaving it down so we can make our tincture. So there we go. That's simple. And then, like I said, it goes underground and goes to another plant. So by leaving the root part under the ground, right, where it comes up to meet up with this plant that's right over here, I'm keeping the plant alive and I'm not killing it. That's a good sustainable method. So now we've taken the Usnea inside, and Laura here, hi Laura,
Hi.
is taking a little bit at a time there and breaking it up a bit, because it takes a bit for Usnea to, it's harder on the outside, so it's good to break it up a little bit, mechanically break it up a bit. So she's doing that, and that's probably pretty good. And then just putting that in the jar, and we'll continue with our tincture. And then while over here, how you doing?
Yeah.
Whoa! We've got our Oregon grape there, and just simply taking the shavings off of it, just like this, and this is the part that we actually want. And then we're going to discard the sticks, like you see here. However, we have a friend who's going to take those home and use it to make dye. But you could also chop those up, cook them up and make tea, or dry it as well. Since this particular species of Oregon grape has the berberine going most of the way through. So now we have our finished jar of Oregon grape and our finished jar of Usnea. Sorry, it's a bit loud in here. And our vodka, which we're going to pour over both of these jars. And we put our stuff in our jar, you just saw that, and we filled it up with vodka. Same old tincture process as you see in other demonstrations on our site. And as usual, we did the same with the Usnea, and these will both sit for 6 weeks. We'll shake them every day, make sure they stay covered, and we'll strain them in 6 weeks. We'll label them too, and then we can strain them and put them in a jar or whatever we want to do with them, and then take the tinctures for what we need them for. All right, so cool. So that was our little adventure with Usnea and Oregon grape and red cedar and making tincture and tea.